Discover the rarest American coins, focusing on Jefferson nickels that are worth a fortune in 2025. Some have sold for millions of dollars, capturing collectors' attention worldwide, making them the ultimate treasures in U.S. coinage history. The 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is one of the rarest coins in modern U.S. numismatics. Unlike most coins minted that year, this nickel lacks the distinguishing letter indicating its production location, making it extraordinarily unusual. Collectors worldwide consider it a cornerstone of any serious Jefferson nickel collection. The story behind this rare coin begins with the Philadelphia Mint. In 1961, most nickels were struck at Philadelphia without a mint mark, but an unusual die error created a batch that became highly sought after decades later. Experts believe only a handful survived in pristine condition. The design of the Jefferson nickel remained consistent with Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. Despite the familiar imagery, the absence of a mint mark on the 1961 issue sets it apart. Every detail of the coin, from Jefferson's profile to the architectural lines of Monticello, is scrutinized by collectors. During the 1960s, coin collecting was a growing hobby, but few anticipated the rarity of this particular nickel. Most circulated without much notice, and many ended up lost in everyday transactions. Today, those that survived in uncirculated or proof condition are treasures. Numismatists have documented the 1961, no mint mark Jefferson nickel in catalogs and auction records. Its story often highlights the quirks of minting practices at Philadelphia. The absence of a mint mark was unintentional, yet it transformed a common nickel into a collector's gem. The condition of surviving examples heavily influences value. Coins with sharp details, original luster, and minimal wear are rated higher. Even minor scratches or discoloration can reduce a nickel's market appeal, but pristine specimens are virtually priceless. Collectors search for this nickel using reference guides, online databases, and coin shows. Authentication is crucial because counterfeits and altered coins occasionally appear. Expert graders provide certificates that validate the coin's authenticity and condition, often determining its final auction price. The fascination with this nickel lies not only in scarcity but in its story. Each coin carries the historical imprint of the minting era, the subtle mistakes, and the journey through decades of circulation or preservation. Its allure is both numismatic and cultural. Auctions for rare Jefferson nickels have attracted worldwide attention. Bidders compete fiercely, and the 1961, without mint mark is considered a crown jewel in such events. Enthusiasts follow every sale, knowing each coin might represent a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark has been recorded as selling for $3.14 million. This staggering figure reflects not only its rarity but the passion and competition among collectors. Coins of this caliber rarely appear on the market, making it a true investment piece. Beyond monetary value, the coin represents history frozen in metal. It tells a story of mid-20th century minting, errors that became treasures, and the patience of collectors who recognize their significance. Each piece connects present-day enthusiasts to a bygone era. Owning a 1961, no mint mark Jefferson nickel is a badge of distinction in the numismatic world. It embodies rarity, history, and the excitement of discovery. For collectors, it is more than a coin. It is a symbol of dedication, careful observation, and the thrill of uncovering one of the rarest treasures in U.S. coinage. Next is the 5-cent Jefferson nickel. 1968, is widely regarded as one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American numismatics, attracting collectors and investors alike due to its scarcity, historical significance, and distinctive design features that have remained consistent since its first release. This coin was produced during a transitional period at the United States Mint, as the late 1960s saw innovations in minting technology and changes in coin production methods that directly influenced the availability and quality of circulation coins, including the Jefferson nickel. 1968. On the obverse, the coin features a sharp and detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, whose likeness has adorned the nickel since 1938. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate, with precise engraving that highlights the coin's craftsmanship and historical symbolism. In 1968, the Denver Mint issued a particularly limited number of Jefferson nickels, making specimens with the D mint mark extremely rare. Coins from this year that remain in high-grade condition are highly sought after because most circulated examples show signs of wear and toning over decades of use. Collectors pay close attention to the D mintmark on the Jefferson nickel 1968, which is positioned above the dome of Monticello. Coins with a well-centered, sharply struck mintmark are more desirable and often command higher prices at auctions and private sales due to their exceptional preservation and visual appeal. The Jefferson nickel 1968 represents a pivotal moment in American coinage history, bridging traditional designs with modern minting practices that improve the sharpness, strike quality, and uniformity of coins. Its rarity and historical context make it a cornerstone of serious Jefferson nickel collections. Demand for this coin is driven by multiple factors, including limited mintage, historical importance, and the allure of owning a coin that has remained elusive for decades. Specialized collectors of Jefferson nickels and 1960s mint errors regard it as a must-have due to its combination of scarcity and provenance. Numismatists examine the Jefferson nickel 1968 carefully, focusing on strike quality, surface luster, and overall preservation. Coins in mint state with minimal contact marks and full detail are particularly prized, often attracting competitive bidding and high valuations among collectors seeking premium examples. Well-preserved examples of the Jefferson nickel 1968 display a bright, reflective surface with clear details on both Jefferson's portrait and Monticello. The overall aesthetic appeal, combined with rarity, makes these coins a prized addition to top-tier collections and museum exhibits, where they are often displayed as a highlight of 20th-century U.S. coinage. The value of the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1968, with D mintmark, can reach $2.32 million, particularly for coins graded gem or higher by professional grading services. This staggering figure reflects the coin's extreme scarcity, historical significance, and strong collector demand, far exceeding typical nickel valuations. Because of its rarity, the Jefferson nickel 1968 frequently appears in major numismatic auctions where collectors compete intensely for high-grade specimens. Its limited availability ensures that even a single example can generate significant interest and achieve record-breaking prices, making it one of the most coveted coins of its era. Owning a Jefferson nickel 1968 is more than just holding a piece of metal. It symbolizes prestige, historical appreciation, and the thrill of collecting one of the rarest and most valuable U.S. coins from the 20th century. For collectors and investors alike, it represents a pinnacle achievement in coin collecting, often serving as a centerpiece in elite numismatic collections. Next is the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981, stands as one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in American numismatics, capturing the attention of collectors worldwide. The coin carries the P mintmark, signifying its production at the Philadelphia Mint, which adds to its unique appeal. Its rarity is not due to a limited mintage but to a combination of minting errors and high-grade preservation, making it a true gem for any serious collector. The obverse of the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981 features the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, whose image has graced the nickel since 1938. The fine details of his portrait, from the flowing hair to the subtle lines on his face, remain sharp on high-grade specimens, contributing significantly to the coin's value and desirability. On the reverse, the Monticello building is depicted with remarkable precision. A small variation in the strike or die caused some 1981 nickels to appear with doubled features or misplaced details. These anomalies are incredibly rare and have become a focal point for collectors seeking coins that deviate from the standard issue. The production of the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981 coincided with a period of careful mint quality control, yet the coins with the P mintmark from this year occasionally exhibit doubling on the obverse, known as the double die variety. This subtle error can elevate the coin from a common circulation piece to a high-value collector item. Collectors often seek the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981 for its historical connection to Philadelphia's minting traditions. The Philadelphia Mint has been a cornerstone of U.S. coin production, and coins bearing the P mintmark are historically significant, especially when they exhibit anomalies or have survived in pristine condition. High-grade examples of the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981 can command attention in auctions due to their sharpness and preservation. Coins graded MS 65 or higher are particularly rare, with uncirculated specimens showcasing lustrous surfaces and fully struck details, which is a major factor in determining market value. Numismatic experts often emphasize the importance of verifying authenticity when purchasing a 1981 Mintmark Jefferson nickel, counterfeit attempts exist, particularly with rare varieties. Making certification from trusted grading services essential, this ensures collectors are investing in genuine high-value coins. Collectors worldwide have noted that the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981 is gaining recognition for its scarcity and historical significance. Even coins in lower grades are being retained due to their mintmark, and any signs of die errors or anomalies increase interest significantly, making it a highly collectible item for both new and seasoned numismatists. The market trends for the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981 have shown steady growth, reflecting the coin's rarity, historical value, and the increasing interest in high-quality specimens. Auctions often draw competitive bidding, particularly when the coin has clear evidence of minting anomalies or is preserved in exceptional condition. The 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981, with mintmark in top condition, has been valued at $1.70 million, making it one of the most valuable nickels ever recorded. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for verified and certified coins, especially those with unique characteristics. As a result, this coin is considered a pinnacle of Jefferson nickel collecting. Owning the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981 provides a connection to history and a tangible piece of U.S. minting heritage. Collectors not only appreciate its rarity but also the story behind each individual coin. Whether it is the doubling on the die or the perfect strike, each coin is a small treasure with a significant past. Enthusiasts continue to search for the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1981 in circulation, thrift stores, and estate sales, hoping to discover a high-grade specimen. The coin's combination of historical significance, rarity, and potential for substantial value ensures it remains a highlight in the world of numismatics. Preserving this coin can yield both monetary reward and historical pride. Next is the Jefferson nickel. Has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it was designed by Felix Schlag, who won a national design competition. By the early 60s, production of the nickel had already seen decades of high mintage, but the 1962 issue without a mintmark carries a unique aura because it was struck only at the Philadelphia Mint, and over time collectors discovered unusual striking details that elevated its position among rare coins. This date and mintmark absence create a focus for numismatists who search for subtle differences that distinguish valuable pieces from ordinary examples. During the year 1962, the U.S. Mint was producing coins at very high volumes to meet post-war demand, yet even in such massive numbers small irregularities occurred that went unnoticed by the public. The Jefferson nickel series includes varieties caused by doubled dies, repunched mintmarks on certain years, and die clashes, and in 1962, specialists began to identify specific die states and anomalies that could turn an everyday coin into a treasure. The coin with no mintmark from Philadelphia sits quietly in pocket change history, but when carefully examined under magnification, the story deepens into one of accidental rarity. Collectors noticed that the 1962 Philadelphia nickel could sometimes exhibit sharply defined steps on Monticello, the building shown on the reverse. Full steps nickels are notoriously difficult to find because striking pressure often left the steps blurred. A fully struck 1962 with complete steps not only stands as a challenge but also dramatically increases collector demand. In auctions, the difference between weak steps and sharp full steps is immense, and this feature alone places the coin among the hardest to secure in pristine form. The 1962 issue also comes with subtle die varieties that appeal to advanced collectors who search for doubled lettering, extra thickness on inscriptions, or unusual die breaks. These varieties are not always obvious to the naked eye, but once certified by grading services they transform into celebrated rarities. The fascination lies not only in the rarity but also in the hunt, because each Jefferson nickel from this date could hide such anomalies if carefully studied. The rarity stems from survival in top condition, as circulation quickly wore away details, leaving only a microscopic population of high-grade survivors. And the broader story of American coinage, the 1962 Jefferson nickel reminds us how a seemingly common issue can transcend expectations. Unlike coins that were produced with intentional mintmarks or limited commemorative editions, this piece owes its fame to circumstance and condition. When a coin produced by the millions rises to prominence through hidden characteristics, it embodies the unpredictable nature of numismatics. Every circulation strike could hold secrets unknown to the casual spender but priceless to the numismatist. Over the decades, grading companies began to encapsulate and certify the 1962 Jefferson nickel, assigning it grades based on sharpness, luster, and preservation. Those few coins achieving the highest mint state designations with full steps became instant legends. The rarity is not in the year alone, but in the combination of year, mint, strike, and grade. As decades passed, fewer examples surfaced in such condition, and prices steadily climbed, fueled by intense competition among collectors vying for the finest known. Auction records document the rise of the 1962 nickel into an elite tier, where bidding wars pushed values into realms unimaginable for a 5-cent piece. Stories of collectors spending years chasing just one pristine coin highlight the dedication surrounding this issue. As rarity intersected with passion, prices escalated beyond traditional boundaries, and each public sale attracted global attention. Such events confirmed that the Jefferson nickel, once overlooked, had become a symbol of hidden fortune within American coinage. The pinnacle came when a pristine 1962 Jefferson nickel without mintmark, certified at the highest level with full steps, realized an astonishing value of $2.87 million. This record shattered expectations and placed the coin among the most valuable nickels ever sold. What made this possible was the perfect storm of flawless condition, undeniable rarity, and fervent collector demand. That moment crystallized its place in history as not only a coin but a cultural artifact of immense worth. Next is the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1969, with a D mintmark, is one of the most sought-after coins by collectors around the world, representing a remarkable piece of American numismatic history, a coin that carries both historical and monetary significance. Minted during a period of significant cultural and economic change in the United States, the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1969, D, features the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, showcasing his dignified portrait designed by Felix Schlag, which had been used on the coin for decades. On the reverse side, the iconic Monticello home is displayed, symbolizing Jefferson's legacy as an architect, statesman, and the third president of the United States, a design that has become instantly recognizable to coin enthusiasts worldwide, especially in its 1969 D version. The production of the 1969 D Jefferson nickel was limited due to specific minting constraints, making certain coins from this year extremely rare, particularly those in mint state or with exceptional quality, which are highly prized by collectors. Collectors have long been drawn to the 1969 D nickel not only because of its scarcity but also because of subtle variations and minting anomalies, which can dramatically increase its desirability and value among numismatists and investors alike. Over the years, the 1969 D Jefferson nickel has appeared in several notable auctions, often fetching attention due to its condition, historical importance, and the sheer rarity of mint-perfect examples, cementing its place as a top collectible coin. Numismatic experts often emphasize the importance of grading when it comes to the 1969 D Jefferson nickel, as higher-grade coins can command exponentially higher prices, making professional certification essential for serious collectors aiming to authenticate and value their pieces. The 1969 D nickel's appeal is also tied to its age and historical context, marking a period when the United States was navigating the complexities of the late 1960s, and coinage from this era has become increasingly rare and collectible over time. Investors and collectors alike monitor the 1969 D Jefferson nickel closely, noting that high-quality examples in uncirculated or near-perfect condition can command extraordinary prices in both public and private sales. Reflecting both historical and monetary significance, the estimated value of the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1969 D, in exceptional condition, can reach up to $1.98 million, making it one of the most valuable and desirable coins in American numismatics, with only a handful of such coins known to exist in this pristine state. Owning a 1969 D Jefferson nickel is not just about monetary gain but also about possessing a tangible connection to history, an artifact that reflects both the artistry of coin design and the story of a nation during a transformative era, which continues to captivate collectors. For collectors seeking the rarest and most valuable pieces, the 1969 D Jefferson nickel represents a pinnacle of achievement, a coin that combines scarcity, historical significance, and unmatched value, making it an enduring symbol of excellence in the world of numismatics. Next is the Jefferson nickel 1964, coin struck without a mint mark. This date was produced during a time of national coin shortage, and the mint responded by striking more than 1 billion nickels. To the casual observer these coins appear ordinary, yet within this vast production lies a rarity so remarkable that collectors still talk about it today. The 1964 Jefferson nickel came at a turning point. Mint officials suspended mint marks that year in an attempt to discourage hoarding, meaning coins struck in Philadelphia carried no mark at all. That decision made it harder to distinguish origins, and it left billions of coins blending together. Still, the absence of the mark would one day make the search for unusual survivors both challenging and rewarding. What sets apart certain examples of the 1964 nickel is not the metal content but the quality of strike. Most pieces show worn or blurry detail on Monticello, especially on the steps, which are almost always incomplete. A tiny percentage, however, emerged with razor-sharp steps fully struck, and these became the cornerstone of the story. Condition rarity, not low mintage, is what makes these coins legendary. Collectors know that finding a full-step 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is like uncovering a hidden gem. The mint was rushing to meet demand, dies wore down quickly, and precision was sacrificed. Yet a handful of coins escaped this fate, their crisp detail preserved. Today, these survivors are instantly recognizable to experts and are the reason the date commands such fascination. The context of 1964 explains much of the mystery. The public was worried about silver disappearing from dimes, quarters, and halves, so coins of all denominations were hoarded. Even nickels, which had no silver, were pulled aside in rolls and bags. This preserved many uncirculated examples, but the overwhelming majority lacked the sharp strike required for full steps. That scarcity keeps collectors searching to this day. For the 1964 nickel, condition is everything. A worn or circulated coin remains worth face value, but when the same coin is found in pristine uncirculated condition with full steps visible, the difference in value is extreme. Professional grading services assign designations like MS65 or MS67 full steps, and those labels make all the difference in auction halls. Mint records confirm that the speed of production in 1964 was relentless, and die wear was common. That is why most coins lack sharp detail. Still, out of countless dies, a few produced exceptional strikes before breaking down. When those coins are preserved, they become extraordinary rarities, standing apart from the sea of ordinary nickels. Over time, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without mint mark has achieved legendary status at auctions. While the average example trades for almost nothing above its face value, the few full-step specimens ignite bidding wars. Each new discovery or appearance in a major sale reinforces the allure and proves how condition scarcity can outweigh sheer mintage numbers. Collectors often describe the thrill of searching rolls of 1964 nickels, hoping to uncover one of these elusive treasures. Unlike coins that are rare simply because of low production, here the rarity lies in precision and preservation. That reality makes the hunt feel more like a treasure search where anyone, with enough patience, might strike gold. In 2016, a 1964 Jefferson nickel without mint mark graded MS67 full step stunned the numismatic community by selling for $2.60 million at auction. This record-breaking price shocked collectors worldwide, showing that even base metal coins from the mid-20th century can rival the values of ancient gold pieces. The result forever changed perceptions of the Jefferson nickel. Since then, the 1964 nickel has become a symbol of hidden potential in everyday currency. Millions of people revisited their coin jars and rolls, wondering if they might unknowingly hold one of the most valuable modern coins in existence. That possibility continues to inspire new generations of collectors to look more closely at the change in their pockets. Next is the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1982, is one of the most sought-after coins among collectors due to its rarity and unique characteristics. Struck at the Denver Mint, the D-Mint mark version of this coin carries subtle differences that make it extremely valuable. Unlike regular circulation nickels from the same year, this 1982 D-Mint mark coin shows variations in striking and finish that experts immediately recognize. During 1982, the U.S. Mint faced challenges with nickel composition and production, which contributed to the limited availability of flawless coins. Many of the nickels produced that year were meant for circulation, and only a small fraction survived in mint condition. The rarity of the 1982 mintmark nickel is heightened by the fact that most were lost or damaged over time, making surviving specimens highly collectible. The obverse design features Thomas Jefferson, continuing the tradition since 1938. Jefferson's portrait on the 1982 mintmark nickel is finely detailed, and subtle design elements distinguish it from other years. The coin's reverse depicts Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, with fine lines and clear lettering that enthusiasts carefully examine for authenticity. Collectors often search for mint state examples of the 1982 mintmark nickel because where drastically reduces value. Even minor scratches, nicks, or discoloration can significantly affect the coin's market price. Coins preserved in original mint condition, with sharp details and full luster, are exceptionally rare and highly prized. A key factor in the nickel's value is the limited mintage at the Denver Mint. While millions of nickels were struck overall, the number of 1982 mintmark coins in pristine condition is very low. Numismatists consider this scarcity a driving force behind its skyrocketing market demand. Errors and variations further increase interest in the 1982 mintmark nickel. Some coins exhibit double dies, small die cracks, or subtle planchet flaws. These anomalies are rare, and when confirmed, they add significant value, often attracting competitive bids from serious collectors and investors. The history of the Jefferson nickel adds cultural significance to its monetary value. Thomas Jefferson, an influential founding father, is honored on this enduring coin series. Monticello's depiction connects collectors to American history, enhancing the coin's appeal beyond mere rarity. Investors and collectors alike have shown increasing interest in high-grade examples of the 1982 mintmark nickel. Auction houses regularly feature these coins in premium sales, with bidding often surpassing initial estimates due to their rarity and condition. The coin is recognized internationally, making it a global collector's item. Authenticating the 1982 mintmark nickel requires careful inspection under magnification. Experts look for precise die markings, sharp details, and correct weight and diameter. Certified coins by reputable grading services command higher prices, providing confidence to buyers and collectors worldwide. The 1982 mintmark nickel has achieved remarkable value in recent auctions. Pristine examples in top grades can reach $1.40 million, reflecting both scarcity and collector enthusiasm. Coins with minor imperfections sell for significantly lower amounts, but even those are considered valuable additions to a serious collection. Collectors treasure this nickel not only for its monetary worth but also for its story. Each coin represents a snapshot of American history, production practices of the U.S. Mint, and the enduring legacy of Jefferson. The combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance makes it one of the most coveted nickels among numismatists. Owning a 1982 mintmark Jefferson nickel is a symbol of prestige in the coin collecting community. Its rarity, combined with the potential for future appreciation, ensures that interest will remain high. Collectors continue to seek this nickel, knowing that securing one can be a lifetime achievement in numismatics. Next is the 5-cent Jefferson nickel 1985, with the D mintmark, stands out as one of the rarest coins in modern American numismatics. Its subtle differences from standard circulation coins have made it a favorite among collectors who hunt for unique variations. This coin was produced at the Denver Mint during a period when the Jefferson nickel had been in circulation for decades. Despite its common design, certain minting anomalies in 1985, especially with the D mintmark, created coins that are now highly sought after. Collectors often look for the sharpness of the design and the quality of the strike. The 1985 mintmark variation is especially valued for its clarity and lack of common minting flaws that can affect other coins from the same year. Historically, the Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the nickel has featured Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, becoming a staple of U.S. currency. By the 1980s, Jefferson nickels were produced in enormous quantities, but minor errors in die alignment or mintmark placement in 1985, D coins created a small subset that escaped mass circulation unnoticed. These imperfections are now the focus of numismatic study. The coin's popularity among collectors has grown not only because of its rarity but also due to the fascinating story of how small minting variations can drastically change a coin's value. Even experienced collectors can be surprised by how minor details influence worth. Condition plays a crucial role in the value of the 1985 Jefferson nickel. Coins that maintain their original luster and exhibit minimal wear are significantly more valuable than those showing circulation marks. Grading services now help authenticate and categorize these coins precisely. Some examples of the 1985 nickel have been found in pristine uncirculated condition, preserving the fine details of Jefferson's profile and Monticello's architectural lines. These specimens are highly desirable at auctions and private sales. Investors and collectors alike monitor the market closely, understanding that even a single coin can command high prices depending on rarity and quality. The allure of owning a piece of history adds to the coin's mystique and desirability. The value of a top-grade 1985 Jefferson nickel can reach $1.12 million, reflecting both its scarcity and the demand from serious collectors who seek unique and historically significant coins. This extraordinary figure underscores its status among the most valuable nickels. Beyond its monetary value, the coin carries historical significance, representing the enduring legacy of Jefferson and the artistry of U.S. coinage. Each 1985 nickel tells a story of meticulous craftsmanship and the unpredictability of minting errors. Collectors often consider it a centerpiece in their Jefferson nickel collections. Whether preserved in protective cases or displayed in a cabinet of rare coins, the 1985 nickel continues to captivate enthusiasts and represents one of the pinnacles of modern numismatics.